Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Lewis and this is Metal Lens Reviews. So welcome to my channel. So if this happens to be your first time here, checking it out, you like what you see, thank you. Please do me that favor of like, comment, subscribe. As I mentioned before, it really helps me grow the channel, spread it to the masses, and of course motivates me to provide you guys more content to watch. Alright, so this is a request, a paid request if you will, from my Buy Me a Coffee page, and it's from a user named Zitronin Party, ZITRONENPARTY, and basically he's requesting a song from Opeth. I did an Opeth reaction not too long ago. He liked it and he kind of threw me a few suggestions, and also their style too, which one was heavier, which one was more melodic. I picked a melodic one because the previous one to me was kind of all over the place. It was very sporadic, had different kind of segments, kind of like an orchestra piece, if you will. Opeth, or a metal band that I was aware of. I was at a show actually with them. I just wasn't feeling them at the time, to be honest. Like I said, I was completely aware of them and their mass amount of fans. And, hearing them again, giving them a chance, I appreciate their work. It's this collage of jazz, metal, death metal, just all together to make this perfect ensemble of music. I see why they have the fan base they do. And I'm, appreciating it a little more. And this is, like I said, I do a few clips here and there. I know they released something very recent. I guess depending on how well this video does, and if you guys want me to keep going, maybe do something recent, maybe go back a little further, like I said, I'm an open book, so, comment away, but yeah, this should be interesting. I don't know what to expect, but I'm all about it. Alright, anyway, let me stop yapping, let's get to this reaction. Once again, this is Opeth with Windowpane. Oh, I should also mention, so they don't do too many music videos, which is cool. It's all about the actual music anyway. Videos are just supplementary anyway. I use anyway too much. This is just going to be, as you can see, it's an audio track, studio version, because the last one was a live track. Even though their live tracks are really well done, studio, if you really want to get that full spectrum, so this is just a, studio cut, if you will, audio only. With the album cover in the background, so that's that. Alright, let's keep going.
Blank face in the window pane, made clear in seconds of light, disappears and returns again, counting hours, searching the night.
me how do you interrupt that, right? Ooh, man, this is going to be a tough one. But so far, so good. See what I mean about those jazzy, chaotic kind of riffs? They're all over the place. This is loaded with that. He uses the instruments to kind of, do the talking for him, but the vocals are great. Yeah, it's just different, very different. But when I first started listening to Opeth, like I said, just recently, just like little snippets here and there, to kind of get into the vibe, I already had something envisioned what they would sound like, but I was completely wrong. And mind you, I was at a show, so, it was just like, what? And not every song sounds the same. It's different. I mean, the structure's there. They have an Opeth song when you listen to it, but it's just stands out a lot. And you got to appreciate that for coming out at this era and being different. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of cookie cutter, copy and paste kind of bands that came out around this time. But for them to do this and still have that following and headline really amazing shows. I mean, if you look at any other tours, the groups, the bands that they're, on tour with, massive bands. And, yeah, you got to give credit where credit's due. So, yeah, this is definitely a work of art, pretty much. All right, let's keep going.
Might be there for us to see. Might be in need of talking. Might be staring directly at me. Children cry. The inside.
What I noticed? So it kind of sounds like, has like a Tool feel. You know how Tool, their songs are not normal. They're kind of like trippy. That's what I get, kind of. Not the whole song, but just like a little part I heard right there kind of put me in Tool's direction. I was like, oh, okay, I feel like it's something Tool would have done. Like, perfect example, Tool, yes, they're classified as a, rock band or whatever, but they're very unique. They stand out. Even their live performances are like out of this world. But Opeth too, just their sound alone, man. It just, it's like this jazzy infusion, a little bit of blues in there too. There's this rock, but it's got a dark undertone to it, and the guy's voice, which ranges, by the way. I don't know if the lineup has stayed the same consistently. I don't know. You guys tell me, but yeah, like you could do this. You could do cleans really well. His voice could get super aggressive, as I heard in the previous song I reacted to them. So yeah, they're just very wide range of tone and different techniques they use to deliver like an awesome track like this. But this is very smooth, but it's still, like I said, that jazzy kind of those jazzy techniques and have that mix with the rock is just, it really keeps you in the zone. It's not boring. It just, I can see why some people, like traditional metalheads, probably wouldn't latch onto this, and that was more me back in the day. But now I'm super open when it comes to this kind of music, or any music for that matter. Yeah, you gotta appreciate the complexity. It's wild. All right, let's keep going. really hard to pause because it's so complex and just chill. There's a nice vibe to it too, you know. Obviously, there's a lot going on. I don't know if it's me. I think I hear some synth in there. I'm sure they got synth. They definitely have synth. What am I saying? But it's just so complex, but at the same time, this chill vibe, very straightforward. And then, those jazz riffs keep it from falling flat, you know. It really makes them stand out. I feel like I should have gave him, like another chance back in the day, but, like I said, I'm glad now, But I could definitely see the appeal, why, people would definitely, because this is like all their tracks, by the way, are super long. This is, like, I guess, kind of short compared to the other ones. There's like 13 minutes, 15, probably goes further than that, but they fit so much without it sounding repetitive, a lot of, metalheads, while they appreciate the complexity of solos, this is doing a little bit more. I can see why some, just standard people listen to, like, really heavy stuff. We're probably zoned out by now, but it's like almost kind of like watching a movie, almost in the sense of like a, kind of like a film score, it's big, it has a lot of layers, and not boring in the sense, it's just, you have so many things in this, jazzy kind of style, it's nothing I really heard of, and I'm glad they exist. I'm glad I'm kind of rediscovering them. This is awesome. But yeah, very, like, if you played this section right here, this composed composition here, nobody would have guessed. The average person would be like, oh, that's just some, jazz or blues player, playing a riff or whatever, a scale. And, you show them other tracks, it's all heavy and stuff. You'd probably blow their mind coming from the same band. And that's what I'm talking about. Their, diversity and music and complexity at the same time. It's different. And it stands out. And, yeah, I totally get it. Alright, keep going. Okay, that's the part right there. That reminds me of Tool a little bit. The way his vocals kind of come in there and overlap the music, Kind of reminds me of, Tool's Sober. Like I said, I'm not comparing them, I'm just saying, my brain kind of went to that, There's a shadow just behind, the way he does that vocal performance. And by the way, I mean, definitely complements the music. His voice, which I know could range all over the place, smooth cleans, aggressive growls, and they make magic happen, pretty much, this band. That's awesome. And just really, I think, like I said, them putting out a new album and all that stuff, which they did, I think, recently, they probably opened up the bag to a new set of audiences, because I think people would dig this, especially, it sounds funny, but people with, like, ADD, because the music is very grasp your attention, because, like I said, it doesn't follow you know, I don't say a signature, because the Opeth songs definitely have a uniqueness to them. Like I said, you know an Opeth song when you're listening to it, or if you're expecting it. But they're not structured as like a normal metal song would be. And that's good. I think if anything, a lot of bands that piggyback off them and kind of develop their own sound would probably gain a bigger audience because they're trying something new. And Opeth could be that bridge. You could lean into the aggressiveness, or you could pull back and maybe do what Opeth does. A little something for everybody. But I think people, that are trained classically in music would probably get a kick out of this too, because these jazz riffs, these bluesy undertones, with that rock melody underneath, just layers after layers, and it's always keeping you involved. And his voice is like the finishing touch, the icing on the cake, if you will. Yeah, it's a perfect ensemble. We got a little bit left. Let's finish it out, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts, alright?
His hand is waving a goodbye. There's no response or action returned. There is deep prejudice in me. Outshines a reason inside. Giving dreams are written with pain and projected onto the light.
Wow, that was like, listen to like a work of art right there. Like I said, these guys would definitely not just fall into the rock category, but they have a very classical kind of feel, very musically inclined, orchestrative composition. A lot of big words there, just big. They could fill a room, you know what I mean? It's not standard at all. I think that's what makes them stand out as a group, and withstood the test of time pretty much. I'm glad I'm, kind of discovering them again after not really paying attention to them back in the day. And I totally get it. I see why they have the audience they do, and, like I said, well deserved. This was a great recommendation. Once again, I just want to thank Zith Ronin Party. Sorry if I'm butchering that screen name, but thank you for everything, by the way, and recommending awesome songs. Like I said, I'll keep going. If this does well, and you guys want me to keep going with Opeth in that direction, you want me to do a new song, you want me to do something from the past, I'm all about it. Well, that's all I gotta say. Once again, that was Opeth with Windowpane. Excellent melodic song, filled with different, diverse musical techniques, very jazzy score. There's rock, and the voice was the icing on the cake. Like I said, definitely complimented the song as a whole. Alright guys, look, if you made this far in the video, thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Like I said, if you want to toss me a recommendation, some kind of song you want me to listen to, doesn't just have to be Opeth, could be anybody, obviously. I'll drop a little link, buy me a coffee, and that's just where you could kind of support the channel. And like I said, skip ahead of the line when it comes to song recommendations, because I do those, most of the time, ASAP. That's really all I gotta say, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all very, very soon. Peace.